All right, what is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD. Wednesday, you're back in PlayStation Source. This is, of course, Road to PS5, the weekly PS5 podcast about any and all things PlayStation 5. It's upon us. We have the PS5 in our possession, but most importantly, ArachKnight, how are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm, doing good, doing good. I hate technical difficulties. I hate OBS, but besides all that, I'm chilling, hanging out. Got the PS5 right next to me on deck. You know what I'm saying? All of its glory. You know what I'm saying? But you've been doing good though. All things aside.
Yeah, no, it's great to have the PS5 with me. I'm super excited.
But you are getting one though. You know what I'm saying?
I am on the hunt.
Yes, it is. It is now. We're on the time where we gotta scour the internet. Wario 64. You know what I'm saying? Wherever we gotta look to. You know what I'm saying?
Our Lord and Savior Wario.
We're gonna get you a PS5. Honestly, I think by December.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No, Black Friday.
Yeah.
If I gotta throw hands, I'll throw hands.
Hey man, if I gotta ship you a PS5 console, you know what I'm saying? I will do it. You know what I'm saying? I will do it. But of course, this is Road to PS5, the weekly podcast series about any and all things PS5 as we head towards the release, we are here right now, of the PlayStation 5. You can catch us on youtube.com/PlayStation Source, as well as your favorite podcast service every Sunday by hitting the anchor link down below to find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and any other major podcast service, or by just searching PlayStation Source podcast feed. To support the show, you can of course like and subscribe, as well as become a member of the channel by hitting the join button or the link in the description to become a Prince tier for $1 and a King tier for $5, giving you access to different channel badges, emotes, as well as shout outs and all PSS content, just like the homies Owen, Caleb Kaiser, ArachKnight, Chungi, and Tapiwa Musa. Much love to you gentlemen as well. Follow us on other platforms such as Discord and Twitter down below in the description as well. So it's obviously been a very, very busy week. There's definitely been a lot going on and stuff like that. But how are you doing in terms of games? What have you been playing? I know there's a lot of new stuff to play. I don't know if you got any new pickups during this launch window for PS5 that are compatible with PS4 as well. But let me know your thoughts. What have you been playing, good sir?
A lot of Miles Morales, like a lot of us here, I imagine.
Yes, and those impressions are up. If you want like full detailed thoughts on it, but has anything adapted from that episode of Road to Miles Morales?
Nope, everything has stayed pretty consistent with my thoughts on that. Fun game, a lot of good memories, like playing it and remembering the excitement from Spider-Man PS4 2 years ago.
I see.
Along with that, what else? Like, honestly, a lot of my time has just been on Miles Morales, like getting through that. Like, I only have like 1 or 2 trophies left for the platinum.
Oof, yeah. I think I have like 22 out of 50, so I'm definitely on my way. I was just playing it right before this, getting some collectibles and all that. But I made some progress in the story from last time we talked. And
your stream.
Yeah. I feel like I'm nearing like an eventual end. I think it says like I'm 75% through or something like that. So I'm not quite sure, but definitely making progress.
Yeah, you're on your way.
I am on my way, indeed. But yeah, we're both obviously enjoying the game. A lot of fun. Of course, there's some discrepancies with the PS4 version as well, which you can go check out on Road to Miles Morales as well if you want to do that. But I finished Black Ops Cold War last night, the campaign. Gotta tell you, quite interesting. Like I overall liked it. Like it's a similar to how I liked Modern Warfare last year. I think overall I can say that I think I liked Modern Warfare's campaign a little bit more than Black Ops Cold War, but I did like Black Ops Cold War's campaign overall. Like, I thought it was pretty neat. There seems to be like a lot of winding paths in there and like a lot of cool stuff that usually isn't, in COD campaigns. I feel like they Did some new twists here and there, but overall, like, it's a COD campaign. A lot more stealth sections than I thought there was gonna be, which makes sense because it's Black Ops, so like you're not like running and gunning a lot. I feel like in Black Operations. I mean, I don't know. I've never done a Black Op. Have you done a Black Op ArachKnight? You know what I'm saying?
I have.
Word?
Word.
I feel like we'll probably have to do one to get you a PS5, but
Oh no, that's gonna remember no Russian.
we go pull up a Walmart, bro. Shit.
Oh god.
Remember no Russian. But I did overall like it. It was good. It was good. I don't think it was like my like top tier or whatever, but overall it's pretty good. And I know you did not like Black Ops Cold War.
I did not.
Yeah. I've been. So, do you follow a lot of COD channels or no?
Not anymore.
Okay. So, I was watching a video from Exclusive Ace yesterday, and this has been a persistent problem that started in the beta and the alpha as well, and has continued on to the full game. Is that there's an issue with aim assist on the PlayStation? Sorry, on consoles in general.
Oh yeah, I remember that from the beta.
Yeah,
alpha.
it's still here. Essentially, what is going on is that the how do I put this, like the slowdown aim assist is slowing down in front of the character's player model of an enemy, right? So the aim will literally take you off target, and you'll be shooting ahead of the player as opposed to on the player. It's like de-assisting you.
Yeah, it's making it more difficult.
Yeah, it's like pulling you in the opposite direction of where the aiming is supposed to be. So it's really, really weird. So I hope they fix that and everything. But at its core, like besides that, I'm still enjoying the multiplayer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely prefer a more track style of COD, and I think you prefer an Infinity Ward type style. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what you were telling me.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely more Infinity War than anything. Like, Modern Warfare was the last Call of Duty game that I enjoyed. Like, the gap from Call of Duty games that I enjoyed was Black Ops 2 to Modern Warfare.
Black Ops 2 was amazing. Straight up. Shout out to Black Ops 2. But yeah, I feel you. But, like, I don't know. Overall, I'm still enjoying it. And I'm now excited because Black Ops Cold War is done. At least campaign-wise, I deleted that campaign off my hard drive. Sorry, my SSD, excuse me. Because that takes up a lot of space. But now, I can rub my hands together and start Valhalla. Very, very excited for that. Very, very excited for that. I'll probably start that tonight. I'm going to finish some side missions in Miles Morales. And then probably start streaming Miles Morales Stream Series Episode 3 as well. But yeah, we will be on our way to Valhalla. Very, very excited for that. But other than that, I do want to talk about Ash's Playroom, but that's going to be way better when we talk about the PS5 overall later on in the show. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely going to be more influential there. What the hell was I trying to say? But if you have any more games you want to talk about, we can just roll into the news if you're all good.
Let's just roll into the news.
Let's do it. Let's get right into it. We have a few topics here, all revolving, of course, around PS5. First up here is I believe this was from the FAQ. So there was a big FAQ that dropped on the PlayStation blog, and we had Sid Shuman with a few drops of information. One of them being that, of course, we all know the PS5 has a very limited storage right now on launch. They did say that they were, quote, exploring, wrote the following, quote, explorations for allowing players to store but not play PS5 games on a USB drive in the future update are underway. So this was in response to how you can run PS4 games on a hard drive, right on a external hard drive. But I thought that you could store PS5 games on there, but you would have to move it over to the hard drive. Over to the SSD to play them. I guess you can't even do that right now. So I guess hard drives are only for PS4 games. So yeah, just figure throw that out there. Like there will be a feature where they could potentially update it where you could be able to store PS5 games, but not play them off a USB drive. and then bring them over to the SSD afterwards, which I thought you could already do. That's why I was kind of confused by that, but just forgot to throw that in there. Like, not the craziest thing in the world. Do you think you'll be getting like a extended like SSD when you get your PS5?
Nah. I don't think I'll need it. Like, everything seems pretty straightforward with like 625 for at least the time being until like a Pro model comes out or that Spider-Man model comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like more than enough.
Okay.
And
I feel you.
if and when a Pro model comes out for Spider-Man, then I'll definitely just delete the games that I'm done with and don't want to replay. Like, in the hypothetical that I was done with, like, enjoyed Cold War and wanted to play it,
right?
I would have just all right, I'm done. Delete the campaign, keep zombies and multiplayer, or just keep, because I know that there's a Dead Ops option.
Yes, there
so
is.
I wouldn't have even bothered installing that.
Yeah, you can thankfully delete Dead Ops as well. Like, I love the way they did this with COD because, like, I hope eventually that the size of COD goes down as we head more in to the generation. But having us this option to delete piecemeal like what we don't want in the game, I think is honestly like the next best thing I'll take. So I'm happy with that. But you can delete that ops as well off your console. So storage is a thing. I'm sure it'll get alleviated in the future. I'm still looking to get at least a terabyte SSD into it because it'll be expanded. So it's not like it's replacing the gigs you have right now. So I would have like 1.6 terabytes essentially.
Ooh.
If I add that, which I had 2 terabytes on my PS4 and I like never filled it. So I think 1.6 will be a nice sweet spot for me. Just a little bit more. We'll see. Also in that FAQ, not really a huge surprise, they did say that they are adding more colors to the DualSense.
Ooh.
So I want to ask you, ArachKnight, what I'm saying, soon to be a PS5 owner, what would be your perfect colored controller with the DualSense? We have a dual tone going on with the black and white. You can mess with that. What do you want color-wise for the DualSense?
Definitely like either white and red or black and red.
Okay.
But
I feel you.
I don't know. I'd probably change the white to like a black and the black to red.
Okay.
And have red lights on like the main piece.
Right. Oh man, that would be hot. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if you change the colors like on boot up at least on the PS5 and your controller?
Mm-hmm.
That'd been hot. Oh well.
So
no, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say is like just have like a red wave, and when you boot it up, and have like a red background.
I really hope that they allow you to change the color of the PS5 UI from it being just a gray type of thing to whatever color you want. Like similar how like on PS3 you could do that. I really hope that comes in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because I need more blue in my UI. I'm missing it. I'm missing the blue. So I'm all good with the lights. We get the blue lights on boot up. We get the blue lights on the controller when you boot up the controller. So that's all fine and dandy for me, but I hope we get more blue in the UI. That's just me. That is just me. Next up here, if you don't want to let go of your PS4, if you just can't stand to box it up and lay it to rest, you can now put the PS5 Remote Play on the PS4. So this was automatically added to a bunch of PS4s. I believe all of them, over the course of the last week. And you will be able to remote play to your PS5 if you own a PS5. So I just, figure, hey, if you want, you could throw the PS4 in like a different room. And you could remote play to the PS5 and have a new life for your PS4 in case you want to do that. Just, again, not the biggest thing in the world. Want to throw it out there. Do you see yourself ever doing this or no?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. I see. Interesting. I was going to try it out, and I'm like, I'm probably never gonna do that, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I already have a separate HDMI that goes to my TV in my room in case I want to like play something on the big screen. But it's really rare I do that. It's really rare I do that. You know, pretty much if I'm playing PlayStation, I'm at my desk. But I do have a HDMI to my Switch to that big TV, so I definitely play Switch a lot on there. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, like I don't think it'll be used very often, but it's nice to have the option.
Definitely. We have a Bloomberg report that came out that had some interesting insights to how the PS5 launch could have gone. So first up here, they were saying here, quote, at one point, Sony discussed going even higher before settling on $70. Many of the game executives requested anonymity, apparently because they recognized the move is unpopular. In many cases, companies won't acknowledge the fee increase, saying only that prices will vary by title. So this was really interesting too, how like games were almost going to cost more than $70.
Yikes.
So I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this. Like, how high do you think it could have gone? You know what I'm saying?
They were probably pushing for 80.
Like, because I do understand and know the argument, right? That the price of games has not risen in 15 years before the PS5 and the Series X came out, right? Yeah. Which is not typically how things usually go with inflation and all that, right? So I totally get the whole prospect of like games were as cheap as they ever were before the PS5 came out, you know, like literally a week ago, right? And I do understand that whole thought process, and like I think overall, like in terms of, you know, hopefully, you know, limiting crunch and hopefully, you know, limiting you know, nickel and diming players and everything, which I don't think it'll actually end with them raising the price. I think that greed will just overcome that, and they'll just try to extract as much money as possible from the consumer. I do think it's interesting that they were messing around with like a $80 price. I think it was 80. I'm with you. I think it was gonna be 80. I really think so. Yeah. Which I'm all for. Like, hey, if a developer wants to say, like, you know, like let's say, I don't know, Last of Us Part 3, right? Let's say like Naughty Dog say, hey guys, look, we spent years on this, and we think this product is worth $80. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a developer is willing to say that, I'm willing to be okay with that price point, honestly. You know, vice versa, if a developer's like, hey, this is just a $40 experience, you know what I'm saying? We just wanted to make it. Here it is. You know, don't expect anything like mind-blowing, but, you know, here, it's a new experience. If you want to charge $40 for it, I'm cool with that too. Like, I want devs to explore the price range is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it's $40 is about to become the new $20 indie game. So it definitely makes it, like, at least speaking for myself, it definitely does make me a little more apprehensive to try out. It's, oh yeah, whatever. Like, I've got $40 to spend, or I've got like $60 to spend. I'll try out a game that I wouldn't be like originally too like inclined to like reach out for.
Right.
But it's like, oh, it's like this is an $80 game. It's like that's a little different. Like, I know 60 to 80 may not seem like a lot, but yeah, I don't know. It does make me a little more apprehensive to just try new things, because like, oh, what if I don't like it? Then I just blew out $80.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing too, right? And like, I totally feel that too. I totally feel that, and like, I wouldn't even say that, you know, 60 to 80 is like something that the average person could like brush off. Like, that adds up, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for us who buys games a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like that's gonna add up really quickly, you know? Like, if games are $80, by the third game, you could have already bought a fourth game if it was at 60.
Oh, absolutely.
You think I'm saying? Now, yeah. So, math, I think that's how it works, right?
That is your math is correct.
Damn. Kev, good job, Kev. I'll give myself a pound of that for that. That was some quick math I did there. But yeah, it is crazy to see that games were going to be more, and definitely that could have caused a lot more of a hoopla. But I'm not entirely against it if the developers can make the point and stand by that. Hey, we believe our product is worth X amount. I'm all for that, you know. So we'll see. But another thing too, this one I found fucking hysterical, if I may. May I? Hysterical.
Go for it.
In the same Bloomberg report, they were talking to, I believe, the senior art director at PlayStation. They said, quote, "In the beginning, when I started drawing, it was much larger, even though I didn't know what the engineering was. Let me start over. He's talking about the size of the PS5. Quote, "In the beginning, when I started drawing, it was much larger, even though I didn't know what engineering was going to do. It's kind of funny that engineering actually told me it's too big, so I actually had to shrink it down a little bit from the first drawing."
Jesus.
The PlayStation 5 was going to be bigger.
That's a weapon. I think you would, like, if you had to buy that, like, if they kept that size, you would have to, like, classify it as a weapon.
No, I'm not even kidding. At the size that it is right now, 100%, you could kill a man with it. Like, 100%. You know?
Well, if Dead Rising has taught us anything, that you can kill a man with almost anything.
It's a fair point. It's a very, very fair point. I mean,
Like,
I don't think you could with, like, a PS3 controller, honestly.
I disagree.
Yo.
I disagree. I've been studying criminology for a few years, and you'd be surprised the innovative ways people will find ways to kill one another. Remember, play has no limits.
Brother has no limits. Oh man, but yeah, I just found that extremely funny. That, you know, when it's on my desk, it doesn't look that big, right? When it's like settled in a spot on my desk, it honestly doesn't look that big to me, right? It's when I hold it, it's when I see it not on the desk, that's like, oh, okay, that's huge, you know. But I still like it a lot. I still like it.
It is obscene.
Yeah. I think maybe my perspective is maybe skewed because the digital edition is a little bit more sleeker and more slim, you know. So perhaps that's what's making it look a little bit more even or whatever. But it's still big, bro. It's still huge. But I digress. Next up here. Now this one's for you, ArachKnight. I put this one just for you, my boy. All right.
Thank you.
I think this was no. So this was a interview with PlayStation. They said here they were talking and asked about the prospect of having 1440p natively supported on PS5. He said, quote, "No technical problem at all as to why there isn't 1440p on the console." Then I don't think it's linked here, but they also said that if the demand is there, 1440p will be added.
I am the demand.
I'm like, yo, I could have told you from a mile away there would be a demand for 1440p. 100%, 110%. Like, I don't know what's the holdup here. On behalf of ArachKnight, I will also join in the fight, even though I'm on that 4K. I would join in the fight for that 1440p. Was good, you know.
What's good?
Was good. And then also, I mean, hey, did you see Insomniac do like a little like eye emoji thing to someone saying, "Hey, can you do 1080p with ray tracing and 60 frames on Spider-Man Miles Morales?" Did you see that?
I did.
Okay, now I'm thinking, all right, let's not do 1080p because 1080p, honestly, I'm gonna say it, it's a little blurry.
Oh yeah, like remember the days where like, well, remember when we talked about like the PS3 episode? And it's like, oh yeah, like going back and watching like COD Zombies gameplay.
Yeah.
And it's like, though, like, I said, oh, the video's in 1080p already? It's like, and you would get, at least I remember being young and getting hyped. It's like, oh, it's already in 1080p. Like, let's go.
1080p.
Like now,
no, sorry. Go
oh, no, all I was going to say is like 1080p now, it's like, get the filth.
Yeah, 1080p needs to go. That's just me. Like, I gave my little brother his PS5 last night. He was very, very excited about it. Very, very excited, right? He's on a 1080p monitor. So looking at the PS5 home menu and looking at Astro's Playroom in 1080p, I was like, yo, this shit blurry, bro. Like, I can see every pixel.
Yeah.
I can
Also,
count
shout
them.
out Owen. Thank you for joining us in 140.
Ooh, I like 140/40. Damn, yo, that sounds hella cool. I like that. 140/40. The war.
The war.
Own this joint
Whatever it
device.
takes.
Whatever it takes. But yeah, but now I'm thinking, okay, like let's take that thought process, right? Of having ray tracing, 60 frames, the best of both worlds, but at 1440p, I could fuck with that. Honestly, I could fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Because 1080p to 1440p sounds on paper like it's not that big of a deal. But I think you could probably test this. Like, I think that it looks better.
It does look better.
You know what I'm saying? And I think from someone that's going from 4K, like me, down to 1440p will be a lot easier than 4K to 1080. You know? So if we can do a 1440p mode in Miles Morales that gives you 60 frames and ray tracing, I'm with that 100%. I'm with that, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see just how much you can tweak the little things to get, like, it's like, oh yeah, like I'll take a lower resolution, but I want ray tracing. I don't know. I don't see the benefit in having, like, it's like, oh, everything's a little blurry, but the lights look good, but it's blurry.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm really shocked by how I decided to play Miles in resolution mode because dude, it just looks so gorgeous on my, like, it just looks gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I flipped on performance mode a little bit and looked at 60 and know that, oh my god, like, it's 60s looks insane, but ray tracing looks really good, man. Ray tracing is really, yeah, I like it.
I wanna, like, my monitor is like 2560 by 1440, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm excited to see what, like, I want to see the difference in a fidelity mode on my monitor and a 4K monitor. Like, I want to see, like, if it's how discernible it really is.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how it looks on your end because so you were 1440p, dude. Is it really gonna go down to 1080?
Yeah, if there's not a high enough demand, I'd have to play at 1080.
No, like, I mean, like, so, like, if you were to do like PS5 Miles Morales fidelity mode on your monitor that's 1440p, it would really go down to 1080?
Yes.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, no, it's because the worst thing in the world is yesterday I think I found a monitor that's like everything I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cheaper than the price that I got for this monitor.
No way. No way.
And it's like, I've had this monitor since May, so you can't really, like, it's like, oh, whatever. It's not like I bought it 2 weeks ago.
Right.
But, like, it's just, it sucks. It's because, like, it has everything I want. It's the right size, it's curved, it's got 144 hertz, but it's 1440.
I'm looking for, as you know, an affordable 4K high hertz display. Whether it's, I don't know if they make monitors at just 120 flat. I assume it's just 144 hertz. I think is what's up from 60, right?
I believe there are 120.
Yeah, any hertz that's either 120 or 144 at 4K, I'm buying that day one.
What's your price range?
I know right now they're like, I know there's one from I think it's a Predator monitor. I think, right? That's like $700. I think.
Well, if you wanted to spend another 100, there's a Samsung Odyssey, I think G9 monitor, that's an ultra wide 49-inch.
Yeah, no, I can't.
144 hertz 4K monitor. It is a beauty, but it is a monster. I could not fit that on my desk.
I can't fit that on my desk. No way. I can't.
Here, I'll send you. I'll look up a picture, but it is a beauty.
Yeah, I definitely can't fit that on my desk. No way. Now with the PS5 here, oh hell no, I can't fit that.
Well, it's time to get a new desk.
I'm gonna have to move, bro. Shit, to fill all this, bro.
Time to get a new apartment.
I'll have to move into a new apartment. What's good, dog? And a new desk. I'm pretty sure I can. Now, if my iMac turned into like a Mac Mini or like a Tower Mac, then I think that we could work something out with that, you know. But as of right now, no, we can't. But oh well, it's all good.
It's all good.
Now I know a lot of people like yourself right now are looking for PS5 consoles. Jim Ryan, who definitely I don't trust yet. Jim Ryan's on, he's on some ropes right now. I'm not really that trustworthy with him, but we're gonna read what he says. He says, "Oh my God, that's such a wide monitor.
It's 49 inches horizontally.
Oh my God. Wait, how is that even possible? Wow, that's so wide.
It's a beauty though. It's actually 240 hertz.
Can you split that down the middle? So like, can I have like, for example, like whatever my computer is on the left, and then my like a monitor like PS5 on the right? Can you do that?
I know you can split it, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you could split like HDMI's. Like you could.
Gotcha. Okay. I see. Yeah, that's a lot. That's.
I wanted to get it. I honestly was like, I was debating it.
Damn, that's
It's
so
like
much.
it's like if I'm gonna spend $800, I might as well get a new desk too.
Might as well go all out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let's read what Jim Ryan had to say about PS5 and how difficult they are to find in stores. He says, quote, to BBC, "We're making more PS5s in this difficult environment than I am horrible at reading today. Shit. Quote, we're making more PS5s in this difficult environment than we made PS4s in that launch. If people are unable to find one at launch, we're very sorry and apologetic about that. They can rest assured Jesus. This is not right. Okay, right now. This is what it says straight up, okay? They can rest assured we're working really hard to get significant supplies into the market before and after Christmas. Does that sense at the beginning make sense? They can rest assured?
They can, rest assured.
There's no comma. There is no comma.
Well, then somebody flunked.
There are no commas. I'm trying to read the shit. But he says that they are working really hard to get more supplies in to the market before and after Christmas. So yeah, that's just a little update going on. I do find it very interesting that they said that they are making more PS5s right now than they did during the PS4's launch. I have a hard time believing that. But I mean, I guess if they say it like it's, like it is what it is, but I have a hard time believing that.
It's like, it's been 7 years, but I don't remember there being such an issue with the PS4 back when I was getting them, like when everybody was getting them. Like if you wanted one day one, you could go to a Walmart. Like you couldn't go like at 10 o'clock at night and still expect to find one, but you could go in at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, I want a PS4, and there'd be a few left.
Yeah,
I think it's
no.
oh, you go.
I'm not gonna go.
All right, fine. All I was gonna say is, I believe with everything going on at the current moment, people are trying to hold on and like grab onto things that it's like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna be at home all day, so I might as well grab something that makes that time a little easier. It's like, but with the release of the PS4, it was the PS4, Xbox One, and like the Wii U came out not too long beforehand. So it's like there's not much with the PS4. It's like, oh, maybe an Xbox or the Wii, and it's like, oh, it's fine though. My PS3 works fine. But now people are trying to grab whatever they can to keep themselves busy.
Yeah. Damn, that's a very good point. Like, people are inside. Like, they want something to do. What better thing to do than experience next gen, right?
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense, yeah. And, like, you're definitely right in terms of, like, I put very little effort into getting a PS4 on launch week. It was more just like, hey, Dad, we're here in Walmart. There it is right there. There's plenty right there, we can just grab one, and that's how it went, you know? And that's not how it's going for PS5 at all, you know? Not how it's going at all. Like, I'm still trying to find PS5s for 3 people, including you. 3 people I know in my life that have... I really got to start charging these people, except for you, though. But I'm going to start charging people for, like, yo, if you want my services and finding a link, all right? Like, I'm going to need...
I've been using the same services you have. I'm literally just waiting. Like, I've got Wario 64 notifications on.
That's really the key. That's really who it is Wario 64, put on notifications, and be ready to act in, like, a second's notice. That's all you gotta do, you know? Just wait till the link comes out. And be aware of, like, hey, like, right now, I think they said that Series S's are going up in 30 minutes. Some more links. You know? You just gotta just be attentive, and you can find one. It's just really hard, but I digress. Now, the last thing here is some stories that I found pretty interesting. So the first one here is that someone ordered a DualSense controller, right? And he has 2 triangle buttons on his DualSense. The link is down below in the description, as well as all of the other links that we talked about. His X button is an upside down triangle rather than an X. I
don't like that.
I'm double checking mine. Yeah, mine is the correct sacred symbols in the correct places. But I thought that was interesting, you know.
Yeah, no, what?
I don't know how that happens, but the next one is even more bizarre, I feel like. So Corey Cudney, he's a Kind of Funny best friend, shout out to him. He tweeted out that he, of course, purchased a PS5 digital edition just like I did. However, he bought it from Sony Direct. I bought it from GameStop. And he was saying that when he opened his PlayStation 5 digital edition, there was a standard PS5 with the disc drive in the digital edition box that he purchased.
That's a W.
I say that's a W. I say that is a yo. I would be happy. I mean, you know, like I wouldn't like be happy as hell, but I'd be like, okay, cool. I would disc drive. That's fine, you know. But yeah, I do think that if it was the inverse, right? If you
there's an issue.
then that's a problem. Absolutely. Like if you order the standard and you got digital, that's a problem.
Yeah, like because the first situation is you gain money, and for gain in quotations, you or more accurately, you got a greater benefit for more bang for your buck. I don't know. I was trying to be eloquent, but the inverse, however, is that you paid more for less. So, because there are some people out there that need a disc drive because they have all of their PS5 games physically.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, I'll just put in my PS4 disc in the PS5 and I'll be able to play everything. But if you remove that option, then these people are kind of screwed. There's no evidence that they own these games. So they'd have to rebuy them or figure out an issue with the console.
Yeah, and like I couldn't even imagine calling Sony support right now. Like I don't even want to like fathom that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that
sounds like a horrible idea. Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, I'm good with that.
I actually have a quick story with Sony support.
Oh my god, please share it. Please share.
So, I didn't know at the time why this issue was happening, but I think I know now. It's just 9 years too late. You know how I told you how I got a Korean version of Infamous 2 early?
Yes.
So I bought all the DLC for Infamous 2. Like, I wanted all the pre-order benefits. Like, I wanted the Kessler outfit, I wanted the Reaper outfit, I wanted everything. So, I bought all of it. And none of them were showing up in my game.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I just spent $20 on DSC. I'm 11 years old, so $20 is a gold mine.
I'm a child.
I am a baby. I don't know what money is. So it's like, okay, I just spent my life savings on all this DLC. Where is it? Where is my Kessler outfit?
Right. as
Right.
as one does.
Yeah. So I call Sony support in my like squeaky ass 11-year-old voice. I honestly didn't have too many voice cracks, thank God. I was blessed, but I knew some people that did.
I think I did for a little bit there, definitely.
My voice cracked. Like I can count on one hand the amount of times my voice cracked from what I remember. But that's another story. I was a kid. I sounded like a baby, and I was like, "Hey," and it was a very nice woman. She was like, "Hello." It's like I'm having issues with my DLC. She's like what? You buy something on Little Big Planet, little baby?
Damn,
no.
yo.
I was like, no, Infamous 2. And I explain my issue, and I tell her my handle, and it's like, yeah, I don't know what the issue is, so I'm on the phone for like 20 minutes trying to explain what's going on, only to end up with nothing. And I call immediately back. It's like, maybe I'll talk to someone else, and it's the same woman, so I hang up. And it's like, all right, whatever. And so I try to get a refund, and that wasn't happening. So I was like, whatever. I'm out of luck. It is what it is, and I let it go. And then, an epiphany, years later, I'm talking about like maybe 2 weeks ago.
I was thinking like when like 2 years back. Nah,
No,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, I was eating breakfast. I was just sitting at the table, like eating breakfast, and I was like, "Motherfucker!" It just hit me. It's like it probably had like a DRM thing. I bought US DLC, but had a Korean copy.
Oh, that actually makes sense.
And
yeah.
so,
Okay.
also, hello, I see YouTube in the chat.
Oh, what to do, homie? What to do?
What to do?
do? What's good? Yo. Yeah.
But it's like
that makes sense. Definitely.
so. It's like you're telling me that an 11-year-old boy that was the trade, a soul for a soul. I got the game like a week early, but I had to give up the DLC. So it's like I remember just sitting at the table. It's like I just figured out like a forgotten secret. I found the city of Shambhala, but it's just like it rhymed with the pillars. I'm literally Nathan Drake, but with stupid decisions as a kid.
I found Libertalia, but I never found the treasure. That's crazy.
No treasure.
That's crazy.
But I remember being so heartbroken. Like for years, I would be like, I wanted to play my Infamous playthrough in the Reaper outfit.
I'm pretty sure I had the Kessler outfit. I think.
Yeah.
I think I did. I remember it.
Didn't.
Here's
I
the
paid
question
for it,
though. Here's the question though. Would you do it again?
Oh, absolutely.
See this. Amen.
I got to play Infamous 2 a week early. Like I didn't even get I was looking up. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm having trouble with the section. I'm gonna look it up, and there were no videos on it, not even from IGN.
Oh, because they didn't have it early.
Yeah.
Or like they were just probably like under embargo, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I felt like it was like I'm a celebrity. I'm important.
Like,
like
shit,
11-year-old me is like I'm an insider because IGN didn't even put up the review. The review wasn't even up.
This was Infamous 2 or Infamous 1?
Infamous 2.
Yeah, that's actually surprising because Infamous 1, as I recall, did pretty well review score wise. So I bet that they would have like, a week before for their embargo.
Yeah, no, I think it was either the review just went up, or there was no review yet. Because when I was playing it, I felt like I couldn't find anything. And then when I got to the later parts of the game, the review had just come out, but I managed to figure out that that section that I was having issue with. But I was around, I was playing the game as the review came out.
Gotcha. I see.
So it's like, yo, Like, what's good, IGN? Like Greg Miller, because I think he was still working there.
It was. It would have been Greg Miller. Yeah, Greg and Colin. Greg Miller and Colin Moretti.
Let me look it up.
When the review hit?
Yeah, May 27th,
Okay.
2011.
I forgot when the Infamous 2 came out. I forgot.
Infamous came out on June 7th.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Huh. All right.
So I was like, let's go.
Yeah,
Unless I get the Mandela effect, and it's like I just completely remembered wrong because I'm a stupid kid. But I could dig through my old eBay if I still have the information to all that and see when I ordered that, because I ordered a sketchy version, like a sketchy Korean version.
Damn.
But that's my story. PlayStation support. You didn't help me. I lost $20.
I'm trying to think if I've ever called. I think I did. I think I did for a password thing. And they were really helpful to me, at least. Like, they just did something to my account. And I was like, okay, cool. Next time you log into your PS3, you should be able to put in a new password straight from the OS, and you should be good to go. I was like, damn, okay, all right. Cool. Yeah, so at least I think that was the only time I called them. But other than that, I've never called PlayStation support. Maybe we should one time. See how they're doing. You know?
Just say, hey.
Yep.
A quick, am I allowed to tell another quick story?
Absolutely.
All right, so this is even younger. I'm like 9, or like 8 or 9, very, very young. And I was playing a Sonic game. I was playing like Sonic Unleashed on like the PS3. And I was like, you know what? I don't like this voice actor, Jason Griffith. I don't know why I didn't like him as much. So I called Sega of America. He's like, hey, when are we getting Ryan Drummond back?
Holy shit, you called Sega?
Yeah, I called Sega. I actually wrote a letter to Sega when I was in school because we had to write a letter to a company for an assignment. And I got Sonic Generation pins and an official response back from Sega.
That's lit.
But I called them, and I called some receptionist or something. I was like, hey, when are we getting Ryan Drummond back? And he was like, I don't know, but I will let you know as soon as we find out. He was very, very nice to me. I was like, you know what? Thank you.
Hell yeah. Because he could have easily just hung up the phone.
Yeah.
Easily.
So I it's like, all right, thank you. And he's like, yeah. And I told him, I was like, you know what? Good job. Thanks for making Sonic Unleashed. He's like, you know what? You're welcome.
Actually, don't change the voice actor. I really appreciate it.
I'm really liking the game.
Oh,
and he's like, you know what? Like, we did our best. I was like, thanks, man. Then I wrote a letter and I got pins from Sonic Generation. I still have them. I've never opened them.
I remember I wrote to a company for school, but I forgot which company I wrote to. I don't even know. I have no idea. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. But what I do know, ArachKnight, is some PS5 impressions. All right.
Ooh.
Now, this is going to be pretty much an open-ended discussion, right? I'll use you. I'll use the audience. I want y'all to just ask me questions about my experience with the PS5. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Me. The clap master.
I mean,
one of the few.
I mean,
the proud. Also, shout out Marlon. Yeah, Jason Griff is good. I don't know what I was doing as a kid. I just like Sonic. I like Sonic Adventure a lot, so that's why I like Drummond as my favorite.
I mean, if you want to answer questions about PS5, I mean, like, by all means.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely can answer all that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, but my thoughts and impressions about the PS5, right? So far, I think we're on a very, very good start. Honestly, like, I think there is a lot to like about this console. I think there are some hiccups and like little things that I don't like and I'm not used to yet, which are definitely gonna be videos that I'll make throughout the week for sure. Just going a little bit more in depth about those, but there's a few things that I don't like, but I don't know if I want to start with that or start with the good. Let's just start with the good. Okay, let's start with the good. The first thing that we brought up for sure and what we want in the PS5, if you recall, was the wish list. Do you recall?
I do recall.
So I've been adding a lot of games to that wish list. It's been a great time. All right. There's even an even deeper thing to the wish list where the game will notify you about certain things about that game, right? So I've yet to get a notification about that, but I'm hoping it's like for, hey, this game's on sale. You know, now's a good time to buy. You know what I'm saying? Or this game just got DLC. Now's a good time to buy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping it's stuff like that. I would really like to see that. You know what I'm saying? Or like, hey, the sequel's coming up for this game. You might want to buy the first one that's on your wish list to be prepared for the release of the sequel. You know, I think stuff like that could go a long way. And like above all else, I'm just happy that they added a wish list so I can keep track on my PS5 firsthand of like, hey, you know, games that I'm interested in, like games that I plan to buy in the future, straight from the PS5. So I think that's a really cool feature as well that they added. I like it a lot. Overall, the UI, you know, ArachKnight, I gotta be honest. May I be honest?
The floor is yours.
I like it. I don't love it. I think I'm liking it more and more as I'm using it because for the first like day and a half, honestly, I didn't really look in too deep to the cards, but it was definitely last night and this morning where I'm like, oh wait, no, these cards are super useful because you know, like for example, like Miles Morales, right? If I want to do some you know, like side missions or collectibles or whatever, there's a card for that, and it'll boot you into the game and into the open world faster than it is to boot it natively from the SSD from the menu, which even that's fast, but doing it from the cards in the game hub is way faster. Like, it's like shocking, you know, and like that's consistent throughout the whole game. Like, there's a level of speed that is super, I feel like just inviting for you to spend more time on the hardware. You know what I'm saying? Because like ArachKnight, tell me how many times like you want to play a game, but you know it's gonna take a while to boot, so you just don't. Like, has that ever happened to you?
No.
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 Maybe I'm a lazy shit, but like that's happened to me sometimes. Where
Yeah, no.
so
Just wait.
one that comes to mind a lot, bro, is like is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, bro. Like that game, I swear to God, takes like 2.5 minutes to load. You know, it's like, dude, I'm not trying to wait through all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like maybe that's a really first world problem that I have, but I have definitely had those moments. It's not all the time, but like I've definitely had moments like that where it's like, damn, like I would love to play X game, but like, yo, I know that to boot that up and to really commit to that is gonna take me a solid 2, 3, 4 minutes before I even get into the game. You know what I'm saying? Or like another one, Division 2. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But I have yet to boot up Valhalla. I know we talked about that early on. I've yet to boot it up, but I've been hearing that it loads super fast, super quick. And if Miles Morales is any indication of that, Miles Morales loads insanely fast. It is super neat. It is really impressive, for sure. And in terms of the loudness of the console, very quiet. You know, if anything, I hear like a quiet hum when I'm playing Spider-Man. And it's definitely not like the PS4's jet engine. It's like definitely not that. You know, it's super tamed. I've also been really obsessed about it and like have been like feeling the side of the PS5 through the heatsink and trying to see how hot it gets. I feel like the hottest it's gotten is with Miles Morales. But it's not like it's, at least I don't feel like it's anything crazy. It's definitely warm. You know, like it's warm, but it's not crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I can appreciate that. What else do I want to bring up? Because like there's a lot. Oh my god, ArachKnight, the download speeds. What's your internet at home?
Pretty good.
Do you
my computer gets I think I get at least we pay for 300 Mbps.
You did 300 up, 300 down?
300 down.
Okay.
I'm not sure about up,
Right.
but I know like I believe it's like 300 Mbps. I'm not sure about upload.
Okay. 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 Like, have you done a speed test on your PS4 lately, or like ever?
It gets about like 60 to 80 Mbps.
Okay. Okay. But like a significant fraction of like what your speeds are.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I have 100 up, 100 down, right? In my good old apartment, right? And shit, what was I say? Yeah, right. So on the PS4 Pro, I'm hardwired. All of my devices are hardwired if they can be, right? So on my PS4, I would get maybe like 15 down and like 10 up on a good day. You know what I'm saying? So something like that, right? Out of my 100 up, 100 down, right? On the PS5, I'm getting on average 80 down and like 85 to 90 up consistently. Like it is using so much more of my internet because of that upgraded networking card in the PS5. It is so great, man. Like it is a complete step up. You know what I'm saying? So that is making downloads really fast. Like the from let me think. Like I did the unboxings, and then after we recorded Gamescast, where I did have the PS5 on my lap holding it the whole time as requested by Christian Buckley. You know what I'm saying? YouTube.com/JoyClick. Check out that Gamescast episode this week. After that, I put it to download all the games I wanted. So Miles Morales, I did a download remastered. I downloaded Black Ops Cold War and Valhalla and Rogue Company. Those 4 games, right? I got up, went to go eat some dinner, chill out for a little bit, came back maybe like an hour and a half later. Bro, all of them were downloaded. All of them.
That's next gen.
All of them. That was like 130 gigs of Black Ops Cold War. That was 40 gigs of Miles Morales. That was, I think it's like 60 gigs for Valhalla, maybe, or 50. I forgot which one. I think it's 50. And then Rogue Company is like 15 gigs. Just like that.
Just like that.
Like that doesn't even mathematically, I think, even make sense. But it was extremely impressive how quick those games loaded, and I mean downloaded. You know, it was really cool to see, man. So that's been great. So networking is great. The SSD is great. You know what I'm saying? The games, of course, look incredible. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Like they look insane, right? And I don't know how the PS5 performs over Wi-Fi, just because I just have it hooked up and I have Ethernet. So I'm not sure how Wi-Fi works with that. Do you have your PS4 hardwired or through Wi-Fi?
Through Wi-Fi.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I mean, damn, but you still get 80 down on your PS4? Dude, your internet's fucking lit. Damn, bro. I feel you, bro. I'm really jealous.
We go hard at internet. Like I have a friend that has gigabyte internet.
Mm-hmm.
I almost call it, we joke and call it Gigablast.
Isn't that what Cox calls it?
I don't know, but it's like his download speeds on computer are nuts. He can download like what is it, like 100 Mbps, like download like on Steam and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll download like 30 gigabyte games in like 20 minutes or whatever. It's internet. Like I'm excited to see all that, but I'm also worried because I know that like Infinity Ward, the Call of Duty team's like, oh, they're downloading faster. Like, I guess I don't mind like 300 gigs.
Yeah, that's what I don't want, right? Like I don't want them to go, oh, you know, okay, boo-hoo, our games are massive. Y'all have the internet bandwidth to do that now. Fuck it. Like, I hope they don't do that. You're right.
Yeah, but we don't have the hard drive space or the drive space.
Let's talk about that. That's another thing too, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think right now I have like 400 gigs available. I think maybe 300, something like that. I think I'm in the 400 range. of wait, can I check it on the app? I don't think I can. I'm gonna try it though. But yeah, so I think I have like 400 gigs left on my PS5, and that's definitely, it's definitely not the biggest drive. Like, I'm not gonna even lie about that. Definitely not the biggest drive, but early on, I'm just gonna play my games. When I'm done with them, delete them, download more games, etc. Just like, do that ever rotating management with the storage. I think we'll all end up okay until we get expanded SSD support coming to the PS5 soon with a feature patch. So we'll see. So that's been honestly a little bit of a thing that I've had to really pay attention to. I'm not sure if like I'm at a point where I have to delete something yet. I did delete the Cold War campaign right as soon as I was done. But other than that, I haven't ran into a thing of like I can't fit a game that I want to play and don't feel like deleting anything else. I haven't ran into that yet. But I don't think I'll be downloading anything this month. I know next month I have Destiny 2 Beyond Light, of course. And then there was something else too. I forgot. I don't know. But I'll let you guys know more about the storage, whatever, like a video. But as far as right now, it's been okay. It's been all right. The PlayStation Store I like a lot. They pretty much did like with all the services, like with PlayStation Store, PlayStation Plus, and like pretty much like any app or whatever. They've really streamlined it and made it like the same layout overall, which I appreciate. That it's a streamlined experience now in terms of no matter which application you're going into and all that. It's been pretty much streamlined in terms of software, so I can definitely appreciate that. I think the last major thing I want to talk about is the DualSense. ArachKnight, this fucking DualSense ArachKnight. You remember how we were hearing, like it like really feels like this and the third, like it's like, the bee's knees, you know what I'm saying?
It really makes you feel like that, man.
No, I swear to God, they're not capping, bro. It is so, and there's a reason why I put Astrobot holding a DualSense right here, or like hugging it as the thumbnail, because Astro's Playroom is one of my favorite gaming experiences of the year. 110% full stop, and it's free on the console, right? I implore everyone here in the chat that is getting a PS5 or already has a PS5, do not skip Astro's Playroom. It is fantastic. Like, what the DualSense is capable of and like what that game showcases, bro, I want to show it off to as many people as I can. Like, I almost want to do like a world tour of like, yo, y'all need to feel this. Like, y'all need to check this out. You know what I'm saying? It is fantastic. There's just so many different like avenues in the game that allows you to like feel how it feels to, skate on ice, how different surfaces feel. Like, one of my favorites is like feeling rain on the DualSense and how they make that feel like rain. It doesn't make sense. It, like, I know it's just like haptics and technology that we have on like on our phones and all that, but it is really, really impressive. It is really, really, really impressive. Owen asks, how are you enjoying the DualSense features, King? It's the worst. Having one but not being able to use it. Yeah, it is, because I was like you, Owen, right now, pre-PS5 launch, where I was using my DualSense on my PS4, and it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, the form and fit was great, but like you're missing a whole nother equation that you'll get on PS5 when you start to feel the DualSense, because it is so impressive to me. I tweeted this out the other night, but to me, the SSD and the DualSense are the most next gen things I've seen so far on the PS5. Full stop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Really?
yes. The DualSense is 100% like one of the main things that are making this console feel next gen, literally. And you know what's also really, really kind of depressing, ArachKnight?
What?
You know that they were gonna have a level of Astro's Playroom on the kiosks at Walmart or Best Buy or Fry's Electronics, you know what I'm saying, or Target. And we were all gonna feel that DualSense, and like that was gonna sell so many people, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Pain.
Like, for real, but unfortunately COVID, but man, it was for sure going to be on kiosks at like demo stations at Best Buy, and like people were going to be blown the fuck back by it, bro. I wish we could have seen that reality, because people were going to lose their minds over it, bro, for sure. But Playroom is such a fantastic experience, man. I definitely loved it. If you're a diehard PlayStation fan, definitely play Playroom. There's so many little cool nods to different games from its lineage. Very, very dope. Very dope.
I'll definitely check it out. Like, thinking about the whole Walmart thing, that's how I got sold on a PS3. A Walmart kiosk is the thing that made me choose between a PS3 and an Xbox.
Really?
Yeah, because there were two kiosks. There was an Xbox kiosk and there was a PlayStation kiosk. I went to both. So I went to Xbox first. I was like, all right, this controller feels good. It feels good to play. But there was just something about the DualShock on the PS3. It's just like, I like the way that it felt in my hand. They had Arkham Asylum. And so I was like, And so my dad, like, I talked to my dad about it. And he was like, yeah, like, which one do you want? Like, which one would you prefer? And I was like, let's get a PlayStation. And I got like the slim like PS3 because it was like 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
And that's what started it out. Like that was the difference between like where I am now, where I could have been. Like I could have had a fridge in my room instead of a router.
I could have had a fridge. Oh man. Yeah. Man. Like what? Actually, a Walmart kiosk sold me on Infamous. Actually.
You love to see it.
Yep. It was Infamous demo at a Walmart. It was a fantastic time. But I would have loved to see, because I saw my little brother's reaction to playing Astro's Playroom for the first time last night. I wish I filmed it. I wish I recorded it and posted it on Twitter, because it was really cool to see his reaction. Because like he didn't follow the DualSense that much. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't following it. He just knew that he just wanted the new PS5 and stuff like that. But like he didn't really know what the DualSense was capable of until he played Playroom. And it was so cool to see someone that, is just not hardcore like us. You know what I'm saying? Like that isn't following this stuff day in, day out. And got to see it firsthand without previous knowledge of it. Like he was really, really blown away by it, really impressed. And I know that a lot of people would have been super impressed and probably sold on the prospect of getting a PS5, but not like it needs it, because everyone and their mother is trying to buy a PS5 right now. So that's all fine and dandy, but definitely the DualSense is nothing to shy about. Nothing like there was no cap about the DualSense. No cap detected, if I may. May I?
You may.
No cap. No cap.
But I can't wait.
Yeah, dude.
I was just gonna say I can't wait to get my hands on the DualSense and see what all the hoopla is about.
There's hoopla and it's there, bro. It's there. Like I promise you, bro. Like I promise. It is phenomenal. It is so cool how this controller makes games feel. It's like literally at the point where like I don't know how I'm gonna act when like I come across a game where it doesn't have it when it feels like it should, or like it looks like it should at least. I bet that's gonna be really, really interesting to me how I'm gonna react to that, because I won't say it's like necessary right now. Like I'm not saying that like the DualSense has like completely revolutionized how we interface with games yet. I'm not ready to say that. I've only had it for a few days, but I can see it going there, man. I really can. And after you use it, I think that you're going to see what we're all talking about for sure. Like, I think it's borderline like something that is going to be as needed as like a gyroscope or as needed as like a rumble pack, you know, for real. Like it's really, really impressive what they did with this
You
controller.
know,
What's up?
I read something earlier today that there was it's almost like a glove. Well, not all. It's like a glove that you could wear for virtual reality.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know how in a VR controller you have to like press the grip button to move like two fingers and another button to move the other two fingers?
Yes.
But with the glove, it's just your hand. It just captures your hand and its movements. Like you can do whatever you want with your hand.
Damn.
You put that with DualSense technology,
Shit, bro. Shit,
and
bro.
it's like when, for example, whatever, like you're playing Miles Morales VR, and you can feel the venom strike, like the electricity like ripple through your hand.
That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. Yeah, because on the DualSense, like what I think you were making the comparison there, like you can feel a venom punch. I swear on my life, bro. Like it crackles in your hand. Like it's weird, bro. It's such a weird sensation that like it's so cool. It's so impressive. Also, like another thing too. I just got done playing. I just got done playing, of course, Black Ops Cold War. And the way they do the triggers in that game is really cool too. So like, so how am I gonna explain it? So imagine me pulling the trigger on my DualSense, right? Follow me? Follow me? Follow me. You follow me.
I'm
Mentally.
following.
So like halfway through, or dependent on the gun, there's like a point where the trigger pull stops, and you have to push it in a little bit more to get it to fire. You know what I'm saying? And it like it's not like it's like a lot of force, but it's a little bit of force. But you feel it, like it feels like a trigger. I've only shot a gun once, right? I've only went shooting once. I just shot a pistol, nothing crazy. But I remember how that felt, you know, and it feels similar. Like I'm not saying it's like 1-to-1. Like I'm not saying like, oh my god, it feels like shooting a fucking gun. Like I'm not going crazy. But the way they simulate that like trigger pull is really, really cool. And that's on the right trigger. On the left trigger for aim down sight, they make it like as if like you put like molasses on the trigger in between it. So it goes like slower.
Yeah.
Like it takes like more force to pull down the trigger on the left side to simulate you like aiming down sight, if that makes sense. You know?
Yeah.
It's really it's really cool. My only hang up on that is that I wish that they made two separate settings lists, one for single player, one for multiplayer, because I definitely turn those shits the fuck off in multiplayer, because
Oh yeah, no.
come on now. Like no. Like no one's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you do, I think you need to reconsider those settings, because come on now. But in like a single player environment, even in zombies, I'll take it, you know? I haven't tried out zombies that much, but yeah, it's definitely adds a level of immersion that is really cool.
It seems like something that I wouldn't particularly enjoy, like in a multiplayer experience, because I'm trying to put like whenever you talk about these things, since I don't have my hands on a DualSense, I'm trying to like I'm converting everything you say to what I'm familiar with.
Right.
So I think about using a mouse and like feeling like there's molasses on like when I'm trying to aim down sights and fire. And that sounds miserable. I need it to be as smooth as possible, quick and responsive.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's because I also hate when things aren't quick and responsive, right? But like, it's molasses ArachKnight in like the best way possible. Like, I swear, bro. Like, it's really hard to talk about DualSense too, because like, I was hearing these, you know, remarks from different people on the lay up to PS5, and like, you know, a couple eye rolls, like, okay, cool, okay, like, does it really feel like pulling a trigger? Oh, like, does it really feel like you're walking in rain or whatever? But it really is a thing where it's hard to talk about the DualSense, because you gotta just feel it. You really gotta just feel it in the hands and experience it, and then that's when you'll get the full picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it definitely does sound bad on paper. Like, no, like, I don't want my trigger pulls to be slow. But what you're not wrong about is 100%. These things you don't want in multiplayer, of course, right?
Yeah.
You want to be as quick as possible, get the upper hand, and then in terms of speed, even if it's like milliseconds, like that matters in a Twitch shooter, of course. But single player, that shit fire, bro. It's really neat. It's really neat, definitely. So I'm definitely enjoying the DualSense a lot for sure. Also, a little thing that I didn't think I would like a lot that much is the microphone on the controller. The speaker, I of course turned the hell off because come on now, no. You know what I'm saying? No. And like that was on the PS4 as well. So I turned that off for sure. But the microphone's new. And what I've been liking about the microphone so much is that the way my setup is in terms of audio, I have Astro A50s, right? So what I did was I bought an Astro branded adapter for my PS5 because as you all may know, the optical port is no longer on the PS5, right? So what I do now is I have an adapter that goes from HDMI from the PS5 to this box, and it outputs an HDMI signal and it outputs an optical signal. So I plug in the optical signal from the box to my Astro A50 base station so I can get audio via optical while still submitting audio through the HDMI to go to my capture card, and also most importantly so that I can, you know, record the audio and all that, but also I can hear Discord on my computer while also hearing game audio. You know what I'm saying? Does that kind of make sense? Kind of, sort of?
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm definitely following.
It's a little topsy-turvy, but yeah. But when I do that, the Astro A50, at least on the A50s, the optical port will only transfer audio. It won't transfer, like, microphone audio. So having this mic on the controller has pretty much solved that, because I would have to unplug the Astro A50s from my computer and then put it into the PS5 to get the microphone to work on my A50s. But now, since there's a mic right here on the controller, I use the mic and I can talk like normal, you know, if I ever need to talk on PS5. So I like that a lot for sure. There's a lot of cool stuff with Playroom where you can blow into the mic and make things like sail and stuff like that and all that. But well, that's that is definitely gimmicky. Yeah, like I don't think you're gonna be blowing into the controller a lot, you know, because it is still weird to do that, you know. And I wonder how that would have gone during, like, if they put PS5s in like demos, right, during COVID.
Ugh.
I mean, let alone you're touching a controller during COVID. You're touching anything that's abstract to you, you know. But to blow in that, I don't know, dog. Yeah. So,
dude, DualSense 2, there's gonna be a COVID test. You just gotta breathe into it, and if it's green, you're good. If it's red, you got it.
COVID testing in the PS5. Play
Next
truly
gen.
has no limits. You know what I'm saying? Play truly has no limits. I think so. I am scripting some videos that I want to make. That I think this might be the last main bullet point I hit on the PS5 as of right now. And that's some things that I don't like about it. So, if you guys are living under a rock, there's a lot of issues right now with rest mode on the PS5. Right? Like, there's a lot of like really weird quirks that I've been fortunate enough to not go into, but I did find a list on Reddit of someone that did how to avoid PS5 issues. Okay, there's 8 things. Number 1, do not use USB or LAN to transfer data from PS4. Apparently that has problems. Do not unplug PS5 during transfer. Do not use an external hard drive. Do not use rest mode. Stick with Wi-Fi. Use the HDMI included with the PS5. Update your controller. Turn off TV functions that automatically turn devices on and off. And there's a plethora of more, you know. So there's definitely some issues with the OS, you know, on day one. Now, of course, a lot of us knew that would happen. This is how day one hardware works a lot of time. And also, you know, to even, you know, stop the console war talk, Series X also has issues as well, day one, right? But I definitely hope that these get ironed out, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been kind of avoiding it mostly by closing my games before I put the PS5 into rest mode, which I know is not, which, like, you know, that's
kind of defeats the purpose.
Exactly. Like that shouldn't be how I'm using the console. But I'm just trying to be as protective as possible. I've only had it rebuild the database once on me, and it was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie, you know, very very intimidating. But hopefully those get ironed out and all that. Have you seen anything crazy about like PS5 issues?
No, I haven't. Just the same issues. Like, oh, if you leave Spider-Man on with rest mode, then your PS5 will explode.
Yeah. Like I haven't seen a lot of breaking. I'm sure breaking of the consoles are happening for sure. But like,
I did see a PS5 in a bathtub.
Jesus Christ, I did see that too. It's like, guys,
That's funny.
it's like, seriously, for real? Yeah.
All that for a drop of clout.
All that for a drop. That was $500 or 400, but I digress. Multiple hundreds of dollars, so you can get a little bit of clout. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You know. So I hope that they definitely fix that for sure. Because I think that's something that, you know, I'm sure day one will, you know, it's bound to happen, but hopefully it will get ironed out here soon. I think that the control center needs more flexibility. Definitely. I think that seeing friends online is really hard to see when you first boot up the console, because you have to go into like profile and then scroll over to the friends tab when it used to be just on the home menu. I wish that they added game base, the new like name for friends. I wish they put that on the main menu and had that in the control center as well. Also, surprisingly enough, dude, when you're running a game on PS5 ArachKnight, you can't tell when you go to the main menu that you're running it. Like, you know how on PS4 there'd be like a spinning circle?
Yeah.
That would tell you that, hey, like this game is running. There's none of that on PS5. So I feel that's kind of weird, because you almost don't know if a game is even running, you know, from the main menu. So that's been kind of weird. But overall, you know, like little things here and there. One thing that I found kind of annoying is that for the notifications, when you upload a screenshot, you don't get notified that it's been uploaded. It just like nothing happens, but it did get uploaded. But you can mess around in the notification settings to turn that on to let you know that, hey, like this picture or video has been uploaded. So you gotta, you know, flip on that notification. Not a big deal, but I thought that was kind of weird. But yeah, like overall, like there's definitely things that I don't like about the PS5 right now. The big one for me is that, you know how on PS4 and on PS3 you hold down the home menu, I mean the home button.
Yeah, I saw you tweet about it. Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah, like what the fuck? like what the fuck?
Like, it's not natural. Like, we've been conditioned to do it.
The first time I was trying to turn off or put my PS5 in the rest mode, I was like, yo, wait, how the fuck do you do it? And then you have to click it once to go to the control center and then scroll all the way over to the right and put it in rest mode. I'm like, come on now. I did incorrectly say early on that you couldn't, like, from a game, right? You couldn't go straight to the main menu. That is incorrect. If you hold down the PlayStation button while you're playing a game, it'll take you to the main menu. If you press it, that's how you get the control center. So I did fuck that up, because I thought that you couldn't go from the game to the main menu. That was a lie. Sorry about that, guys. You hold down the button to do it. All right, kumbaya. But the fact that you can't, because then, like, at that point, why can't you hold down the PlayStation button on the main menu and bring up the power menu to put the shit in the rest mode? Like that's just beyond me. Like, why isn't that a thing? You know? Yeah, that definitely needs to be added. But
why isn't that a thing?
I have no idea. I know, like, that's one of the things I'm like, no, like that's been a core way of how we've all turned off and on our PS, because you can hold down the. I mean, obviously you can press the PlayStation button to turn it on, right? Like that would be, like what? But I don't understand how you can't do that same action to turn it off when we've been not programmed, but like muscle memory to do that from PS3 to PS4 to PS5. Like, that's since 2006 we've been doing that, you know?
Hopefully they add that as an option or a patch or something.
Yeah, I think that has to be something that they add, because I think that's really really weird. Hopefully they fix that. Like probably second below that, I do hope that they add game base as like a thing that you can scroll to in the main menu and on control center straight up. Like so it is in control center, but I wish that the friends were on top, because you have to scroll down from the game base to see what your friends are doing online. That makes sense? Like
Yeah.
on top it's like available parties that you can join, and it's like, okay, I want to see my friends first before I see like anything about parties, you know. But that's just me. I don't know. And like these are little things, but I think these are little things that go a long way into like how the PS5 actually is used by the everyday person, because I do think that the way to put it in the rest mode is completely fucked, you know. But that's just me. I don't know. But here, I have talked a lot, honestly.
Well, I mean, like this is your episode. Like,
It's
if I had a PS5, then I'm sure that the conversation would be more evenly distributed. But for the time being, this is all that we can like do for,
right.
which sucks. Like I've been on the hunt. Like shout out to Owen for the links, and shout out to you. Like I've definitely been on the hunt, and I have a friend who works at Best Buy who's keeping an eye out on it for me. Like as soon as he sees one, he's gonna call me, and I'm gonna send him the money, and he's gonna buy it for me.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Like I've got 3-4 different avenues that I'm waiting. As soon as there is like even an inkling of a chance, I am there.
Gotcha. Yeah. But I guess with all that being said, do you have any questions? You know, as someone that doesn't have a PS5 right now, not trying to flex, but just being real. Like, is there anything that you want to know about the PS5 that you don't know, or that you want to know?
Nothing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Other than why can't we hold down the home button to close it?
Yeah, that's yeah. I think that's a huge oversight. I also think that like not being able to visually tell that a game is running on the home menu, I think that's really weird too. Like I'm like, how does that even happen? Like, how? Because it literally looks like it's closed. Like when the app is closed and when it's open, there's no discernible visual thing. The only thing that you can tell is when you hit options and you have the option to close it. That's the only way that you can tell it's running. You know, which is pretty weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that's pretty much all I gotta say impressions wise. I mean, like overall, I'm still very much enjoying the console. I like it a lot. I like its design. I like the way it runs and everything. Like it runs games great, of course. Like the main focal point of the PS5. While I have bits and pieces that I don't like about the OS, you know, I think these are all just things that will be fixed over time and stuff like that. But I still think that it is a great buy day one, especially with the games that we have to play on PS5, you know. So I still am having a great time with the PS5 for sure.
If you had to rate it out of 10, where would you put it?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's a good question. I think I'd say like 7.5 or 8. Honestly, like you gotta knock it for like little things that are really weird that they missed, like the holding down the like holding down the home button, not being able to tell if a game is running on the PS menu. Like I think that's really weird. So like there's definitely some things that I can't excuse that I gotta knock it for. But overall, like with all things considered, I still think it's a great buy, and I think it's a great step up from PS4. You know, like I think it's a great package, especially with the games you have available to you. The PlayStation Plus collection is a great deal as well, so you get all those games with your PlayStation Plus subscription and all that. Like I think there's a lot of value in your purchase for PS5. In spite of its gripes, I think the DualSense is incredible. The value proposition there is incredible. The games are really good that we have day one. Like I think it's going to be really hard to find someone that was disappointed with their PS5 purchase. I think, you know, and I guess I'm biased, but that's just what I'll say. Honestly, I'll say 7.8 out of 10.
Oh,
7.8. You know,
too much water.
A little bit too much water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you have any closing thoughts on my PS5 impressions, I don't know. You got any closing thoughts, or if not? Guess we could skedaddle.
I do not have head empty, no thoughts.
Head empty, no thoughts. But you will soon. You will soon.
I will.
I predict by December, you'll have a PS5.
Who's gonna have a PS5 first, me or the UK? We'll find out.
Jesus Christ. You had to do him like that?
I did.
You have to do my boy Owen like that, who has a DualSense, who has multiple PS5 games physically that shipped, and he's just waiting patiently for the hardware. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
You hate to see it. You hate.
Built different.
Built different, I suppose. Built different. But this has been Road to PS5, the weekly podcast series about any and all things PS5 as we head towards the release of the PlayStation 5, slash on release of PlayStation 5. And ArachKnight, where can people find you?
I am on the PlayStation Source Discord under the same name. I am on Twitter at Orly_Macias. And that's about it.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Of course, you can follow us here on youtube.com/PlayStation Source, as well as your favorite podcast service every Sunday by hitting the anchor link down below to find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and any other major podcast service, or by just searching PlayStation Source podcast feed. To support the show, you can of course like and subscribe, as well as become a member of the channel by hitting the join button or link in the description. The Prince tier is $1, King tier is $5, giving you access to different channel badges, emotes, as well as shoutouts and all PSS content, just like the homies Caleb Kaiser, ArachKnight, Chungi, Owen, and Tapiwa Musa. Much love to you, gentlemen. Much love to all the followers. And what's it called? All the tiered members of the channel. Follow us on other platforms down below in the description, such as Discord, Twitter, other great stuff down below. Links below in the description. So, yeah. That's been my PS5 impressions. I think next week we'll probably do maybe some more thoughts, and maybe we'll do the bets recap. I think we might call it there. Who knows? We'll see. But next week we will be back. But definitely we're reaching the end of this Road 2 series. It's been a great time. But eventually all things must come to an end. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But thank you all for watching. And as always, greatness awaits. See you later.
Thanks for